hear me?
Yeah, we can.
It's echoing. Is it? Welcome. Is that a better sound?
That's more echoey.
More echo. Are you getting that?
Yep, got it. Go ahead.
1, 2, 1, 2.
There we go.
Okay, nice. Very nice.
Yeah, you're right.
First, warm welcome to Victoria's grandparents, Emma and Efim Reisky, who are with us today in spirit and also on Skype. Please welcome Aaron's grandparents, Dean and Shirley Anderson. Please welcome Aaron's parents, Sue and Alan Anderson. Please welcome Victoria's mother, Eleanor Reisky, and her husband, Slava Belchikov. Please welcome Victoria's father and brother, Alex and Rod Reitman. Please welcome Aaron's best man, James Isley. Ian Anderson, Phil Landris. Steve McKellen. And now please welcome Victoria's Maids of Honor, Maria Posen, Kaito Rodriguez, and Katya Vargas. Welcome, friends and family. Adjust this. Sorry. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, a man by the name of Larry Harvey built a wooden man and dog. On the night of the summer solstice of 1986, he gathered with a few friends at the beach and set fire to his wooden effigies. The first Burning Man bonfire was, in Larry's words, an act of radical self-expression. He could not have known at the time that his bonfire would grow to draw tens of thousands of people to a desert encampment deep in the bosom of Nevada, in a mystical place known today as Black Rock City. a town of 50,000 that only exists for 1 week each year. Like love itself, the city exists as a call to adventure and revelry and naked self-expression, and most of all, a sense of belonging and connectedness to something fine and true and fun. And so it came to pass in the year of 2007 that a beautiful princess named Victoria made the harrowing journey from the magnificent Big Apple to Black Rock City. Meanwhile, a handsome prince named Aaron traveled from the Emerald City of Seattle to that same remote destination. After a bizarre series of stressful mishaps and maddening misadventures, Victoria finally stumbled into Black Rock City. Aaron had already arrived and set up camp, and as fate would have it, this is exactly where he first heard her voice. We are gathered here today to celebrate the marriage of Victoria and Aaron. We are not here to mark the start of a relationship, but to recognize a bond that already exists, a bond which announced itself several years ago by the sound of a woman's voice. Like love itself, resonance is a powerful and mysterious force. Every object in nature has its own harmonic frequency. When one object emits sound in close proximity to another object of the same frequency, the other object will start to vibrate and hum. A simple example of this phenomenon would be a tuning fork, but the most dramatic example in history occurred in 1940 in Tacoma during a windstorm. It was not the force of the wind which caused the Tacoma Narrows Bridge to begin undulating as its very own waveform, as if steel and concrete had suddenly liquefied. It was the sound of the wind that caused it to start dancing in a very natural, very radical act of self-expression. Where the human heart is concerned, resonance strikes in any way we are poised to receive it, through sight, taste, smell, touch, sound, thought, and emotion. For Aaron, it struck with sound. For Victoria, it struck with emotion. But the resonance itself was one and the same vibration. It drew them into close proximity, close enough to shake and wobble. Love can be terrifying, especially when it looms close enough to show us its price. For these two, as for many lovers, it presented a gauntlet of obstacles, both internal and external. Victoria and Aaron, you have each wrestled many lions in order to arrive here today. This ceremony is a public affirmation of that victory. May you forever enjoy its spoils. May you never presume to know its limits, for it could well have none. Likewise, may you never presume to know each other completely. Likewise, may you never presume to know each other completely, for you never will, and let that be the greatest blessing of all. Because you have no idea what wonders might be revealed in each other and in your family as you grow and change from day to day. Because living in love can make you more and more magnificent. I will spare you the trite and traditional prescriptions for wedded harmony which so many ceremonies contain. Commitment is a poor word to use on such a joyous occasion, a word which all too easily connotes a dour sense of obligation to impending struggle and strife. If you would seek to build a life on a solid principle and a word to describe it, let that word be love, and love alone. Be confident in its limitless power. Use it as a guide to make the most loving choices from moment to moment. There is nothing required of your marriage but to enjoy living this way and be constantly surprised by its richness. You are both gifted with wisdom, compassion, and excellence. So our personal blessing to you is just this. We shall expect to see no less than wise, compassionate excellence in how you treat each other and how you care for your family in the years to come. Be excellent in your moment-to-moment choices in word, thought, and deed. Your every choice will either give you life or take life from you. Remember always that the grass is greener where you water it. I shall expect you not to commit yourselves to the love you were given, but rather seize every opportunity to live up to it by enjoying it. May you always be this radiant example of life's sweetest reward. Your happy family is the hope of a happy world, a world which, as you continue to grow, you will grow to care more and more about. With the absence of loneliness and the comfort of a happy home, a fertile space in the mind can fully open. You might be surprised to see a whole new landscape of creative possibilities appearing in that space. You're both young and bright. I will caution you not to put a ceiling on what you imagine your contribution will be, because you don't know that your big ideas might just change the world. I would like to read for you a few words from the couple's Tao Te Ching, a sacred space from the 6th century BC. Your love requires a space in which to grow. This space must be safe enough to allow your hearts to be revealed. It must offer refreshment for your spirits, renewal for your minds. It must be a space made sacred by the quality of your honesty, attention, love, and compassion. It may be anywhere, inside or out, but it must exist. I would also like to share these words from Osho. Marriage is a great teaching. It is an opportunity to learn something, to learn that dependence is not love, that to depend means conflict, anger, rage, hatred, jealousy, possessiveness, domination. You have to learn not to depend, but for that you will need great meditativeness, so that you can be so blissful on your own that you don't need another person. When you don't need another, dependence disappears. Once you don't need another, you can share your joy, and sharing is beautiful. I would like a different kind of relating in the world. I call it relating just to make it different from your old kind of relationship. I would like a different kind of marriage in the world. I will not call it marriage because that word has become poison. I would like to call it just a friendship. No legal bondage, just a loving togetherness. No promise for tomorrow. This moment is enough. And if you love each other in this moment, and if you enjoy each other in this moment, and if you can share with each other this moment, the next moment will be born out of it. It will be enriched. As time passes by, your love will become deeper. It will start having new dimensions, but it will not create any bondage. Victoria and Aaron will now share the written words they have created for each other.
Beloved Aaron, here we are, standing at the altar, witnessed and held by so many loved ones who have supported us, taught us, encouraged us, and enriched our journey together every step of the way. We made it this far against all odds and trials, from one end of the universe to the other and back again. I couldn't have done it without you. Actually, I wouldn't have done it without you. Pun intended. Thank you for being you, the strong, kind, supportive, tender, handsome man with the warmest, most generous heart I have ever been touched by. Thank you for being the wild, crazy, quirky, adventurous, reckless, in the best sense of the word, unstoppable, kitty monkey suicide creature. This is the part of you that makes me smile whenever I think of you. It tickles me silly. Thank you for being playful with me, and for your superhuman patience with me. Thank you for being so damn sexy. Thank you for knowing how to love without being needy. Thank you for coming after me across the world and being persistent. Thank you for taking care of me in so many ways. Thank you for being so connected to yourself and so tuned in and intuitive. Thank you for sharing yourself with me. I join hands with you. I walk the road with you. I ask the questions with you. I stand by you. I am here for you. I am in beauty with you. I am in joy with you. I create with you. I share myself with you. I choose to be open to you. I hold you. I love you.
I'm going to start with a text I sent you a few years ago. That night I found out my property burned. The basis of this particular text is part of me hopes we have a long relationship just so I'm able to put into actual words how I feel about you. Because you should be around for that. This may sound strange, but I would go if the situation arose to the end of space and time to bring you coffee mate. I hope to no end that we will end up together, but the simple fact that I know you exist throws a completion into my life. I met you. I got to experience the most beautiful thing I could. You. Take it how you will, but among my 32 years of life on this planet, you were the most beautiful experience I've had. Sorry if that's heavy, but that's the ground truth. There's a million simple reasons why I've never felt so sure about anything in my life, even from the get-go. Don't know if I should smile or cry at the thought of you. You're me and I'm you, despite my heart and your head. It's there. Something is really there. You experienced my feelings in that tiny New York restaurant. And I know what you can do under a tree in Woodstock or anywhere you go. We don't know what the hell we're doing, but it's right. It's so right. The earth knows it. It agrees. And it's pointing. Being with you is like walking around aimlessly and finding pieces of myself. I keep stubbing my toes on it, for Christ's sake. I love you. I love me loving you. And now, after 3 years later, I've surrendered to the fact I will never find the right words to explain how I feel about you. I loved you before I saw you, and the country couldn't keep me away. I told you after a week of knowing you I'd never want to regret anything involving you. And I promise to hold true to those words because you are home. You're home, babe. I love you more than you'll ever know.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Aaron, do you come before this gathering of friends and family to proclaim your love and devotion for Victoria? Do you promise to support her, respect her, and care for her during times of joy and hardship? Do you dedicate yourself wholeheartedly to this amazing woman? Do you pledge to do your best to make only the finest, most loving choices on her behalf? Do you pledge to use that fantastic mind of yours to conjure every possible way to surprise and delight her in the years to come?
Damn skippy.
Victoria, do you come before this gathering of friends and family to proclaim your love and devotion for Aaron? Do you promise to support him, respect him, and care for him during times of joy and hardship? Do you dedicate yourself wholeheartedly to this incredible man? Do you pledge to do your best to make only the finest, most loving choices on his behalf? Do you pledge to use that fantastic mind of yours to conjure every possible way to surprise and delight him in the years to come? What do you think?
I've been at it for the past 4 years.
Yeah, we're here.
Good. Let these vows foretell and ensure your long-term happiness. Remember them. Meditate upon them. never cease to inspire you. Let the rings you're about to give and receive today be the symbols of that love, a circle of infinite love you have chosen to embody and celebrate as life partners. Such a love has no beginning and no ending. I have rings. Okay, can you come closer? Get ready to do this.
This ring symbolizes my desire that you be my wife from this day forward. With this ring, I do wed.
This ring symbolizes my desire that you be my husband from this day forward with this ring, and you wed.
Family and friends, this is a moment of celebration. Here today we are privileged to share in a profound joy. May we take a moment to recognize that this great gift is alive within each of us, young or old, single or coupled. Our love for life can take many forms. It erupts from the fountain of our own enormous hearts. We're all in love with life. May this beautiful occasion be one of countless moments of profound joy for each and every one of us. We are all more deeply loved than we can possibly comprehend. Aaron and Victoria, you are more deeply loved than we can possibly comprehend. If falling in love with each other is the first glimpse of that love, let it be seen as a mere seedling of love's potential to expand your hearts and open your eyes to the sweet mystery and wonder of life. In love, you are moving into the greatest adventure there is. May you swell with gratitude and smile with smug satisfaction when you see what love can do. Victoria and Aaron, join here. Having witnessed your vows for marriage, with all who are assembled here today, it is with great joy that I proclaim from this moment on, you are husband and wife. You may now kiss.